Cookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
So I finally, you guys already saw this on Facebook, maybe. It's Pat and JT. Finally had the opportunity to see Governor Pete Ricketts in person for the first time. I don't think I've ever met him in person,
Oh my gosh,
actually.
okay. All right.
Have we ever met? He was on our show, like via phone, but I don't think he was ever in studio, was he? So I never actually met him.
I think he came in to talk on the news station once. He was in the hallways.
Oh,
maybe, or
that's
something
right.
like that. But I don't think we had the, I don't think we got him on our
the
show.
pleasure of talking
Right?
to him. Right.
But we were at a really cool event, and they continue. They were doing one of their major fundraisers, but they continue to do fundraisers. Is Rejuvenating Women, and we've talked to Julie Schrader before about her organization and a very serious thing. I mean, it is totally serious about sex trafficking in the country, in Nebraska, in central Nebraska, in Omaha. And so she had a huge event as part of her fundraising, and the governor was there. He is a huge proponent, and the state's making huge strides, trying to get the legislation in line with where it should be, and protect the women and men that are trafficked, especially those underage. Mm-hmm. It's just incredible. Some of the stuff that was going on. We had a really great discussion with him last night while we were sitting at the event.
You had a great discussion. I was focusing on what the questions that I was going to ask him when you were done asking the important questions. I wanted to ask him the question that I have been wondering since probably June, because it was when we were in the process of moving to Omaha.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And I posted that video of Governor Pete Ricketts driving on
Interstate?
the interstate 80 between Omaha and Lincoln, and it's a grainy video at best. It's like a Sasquatch, but I know it was him. I saw it. I saw him.
Other people agreed with you. They thought it was very grainy. You're right, because it was
Stupid
so
autofocus. The autofocus, as soon as you could see the front of the car perfect, and then as soon as he drove in, it out of focus, and then as soon as he went past it was like I rigged it. I didn't. So I finally had the opportunity to sit down last night and talk and ask him a couple of questions, but that one.
This is what he started with.
There we go.
Security everywhere. It's pretty awesome.
I've got a fantastic
Awesome.
executive protection detail. They're all highly dedicated professionals. They do a fantastic job. And one of the other things is they just do a great job of representing my office and the State Patrol to the general public. By the way, they interact with the general public. They do a fantastic job.
So, okay, one more question. I lived in Lincoln for a while.
You already said one more question last time. No, so two.
I should have said two more. I promise one more. I lived in Lincoln
But
for a
Pat,
while.
because you have such a good haircut,
I
will let you ask the second question.
Thank you, Governor Ricketts. I appreciate that very much. So I lived in Lincoln, commuted back and forth for a while. I think I saw you on the interstate once. Do you early in the morning say it's 6-ish? Would you be driving ever by yourself in the morning?
No, that would not be me.
Dang it, then it wasn't
That was
you.
not
'Cause
me.
I have a video of who I thought was you. I'm going to show you this, and it's because it goes right out of focus as soon as you come into view.
Yeah, it's
But
not
it
my
looked-
car.
I mean, it was a very handsome man.
Well, thank
So
you.
I'm thinking it's got to be.
No, the State Patrol really doesn't want me driving because I have an insurance liability to the state, so they really frown upon that.
So Pat's been posting
do I
a
have
video
to
of a
delete that
random
now?
guy.
Yeah, it's not me. Sorry, not me.
Thanks, Governor Ricketts.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
hey, thank you.
Dang it!
Honestly, though,
I was very, very. That was very frustrating.
But some people had some good takes on this because you posted the picture that you took with him, and some people had some good takes on this because even if he does ever drive, he's not going to tell anybody. He would never admit. Because you absolutely pinpointed him. If he would have admitted that he's on the interstate at 6:00 in the morning, that's like, okay, I'm not going to ever admit to that.
Maybe
you should have been a little more general. Of do you ever drive?
And instead of getting specific that's
That you were at the Waverly exit at 6:12 in the morning on a Tuesday
maybe
driving
I outed-
eastbound.
Maybe I totally outed him. Like he
Right?
snuck out to get a donut or something. He's on a juice cleanse, and he
whatever. Just wanted to go drive and listen to his radio crank, whatever. Had his music playing. Who knows? You may have just outed him.
I may have. Well,
Too pointed of a question.
I'm still. It was very. I'm not a journalist. I'm just an idiot that asks questions. That's all I am. That's it.
So you gave him no choice but to deny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his security detail was legit yesterday. Before I even knew that he was there, I noticed these people with the security, like the earpieces and kind of looking really super tough. And I thought, what's going on?
They were all dressed the same to a degree. not obvious, not like costumes, but really well dressed, tight, and it looked great. You're right, and you're right. They were posted throughout the venue, probably 20 minutes before we saw him.
Yeah.
Maybe more. You said that one was standing behind me.
I noticed it for probably 15 minutes before Governor Ricketts actually even walked in, or at least when we saw him.
He walked by and I was like, "Hey, Pat, look behind you, right there, Governor." He's like, "What? Should I ask him about the video?" And I was like,
I'm out.
"Sure,
Yep.
go get him."
I'm out.
Was he already sitting at his table inside, or was he still talking to
He was
people?
still talking.
So you interrupted him?
No, I didn't interrupt him.
Okay.
I just waited. I hovered behind him. I was right behind him like this. No, I was right. She was talking to some other
Somebody goes,
woman.
"Sir, you want to come over here with me, please?"
Right.
Step away from the governor.
You're breathing on the governor. Quit breathing on the governor. Yeah, I waited till he was done talking, and I asked him, and he was very nice. He's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem."
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was very cool.
It was really nice of him to come talk to us,
Yeah.
though. We definitely appreciated that and taking some time to update us on what's going on, the important stuff, and then also the silly stuff. So,
Right.
But the event itself, huge success. My word, I couldn't believe that venue is just ginormous. It was in La Vista at the
Embassy Suites.
Thank you.
Yep.
In their convention center and packed.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was great. So I hope that is super successful night. Had an auction going on. People bought tickets. Obviously, that's part of the fundraising as well. Scott Voorhees was the MC. We didn't get to talk to him. He was cavorting around. And Andrea Hoig, she was there as the honorary event chair. And so it was just great to see some of those people and get a chance to talk to them. But they were there for a really good cause. So that was cool.
Yeah, thanks for having us out.
Very nice.
It was great.
Earlier this year we had talked about Friends, the TV show, was celebrating their 25th anniversary this year, and we just talked. What was it? Just a few episodes ago, we were talking about the Central Perk set.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and the pictures of it. Kim, I believe, sent us a picture of her and her family out at Warner Brothers in L.A.
Well, apparently that set or something along those lines, and I was trying to find the rest of the story, and I couldn't find all of it. I found a story. Okay, Cole Sprouse, Dylan Sprouse, Sweet Life.
Okay. Oh yes, just passed away, right? Oh wait, no, that's another.
Sweet Life with Zach and Cody.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna sit right here and just let you finish the story. I was thinking of the kid that passed away was on another show.
Okay. Anyway, he played his first role without his brother because they started acting when they were babies.
I loved Zach and Cody. Sweet Life,
right?
and then Sweet Life on Deck. I thought it was great. Yeah.
They started acting when they were babies and always did everything together. His first role without his brother being present was playing Ben, who was Ross's son from a previous marriage. Remember he had the little boy Ben?
Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah.
That was him.
Crazy. That's total. I knew that kid looked familiar. Totally.
And the story was linked to another story they were talking about. The Friends, there's a tour, and I think there I don't know, a handful of location or times that they're going to be playing, I'm sorry, the fan favorites, like so many fan favorite episodes in theaters across the country. And this is going on this now as we speak, end of September through October, I think. But the set also is kind of on tour.
That's
so you
cool.
can go sit on the couch. And get your picture taken.
Brilliant.
That was kind of neat. But yeah, I didn't know that either. That Sweet Life kid was Ross's son.
I recognized him. I'm like, when you see a kid, like a baby, don't see him for 20 years, and you're like, wait, hold on. Like you kind of look like someone I know.
Can you believe it's been 25 years?
No, that's nuts. I love those shows. I didn't like Sweet Life on Deck as much, but Sweet Life of Zach and Cody was pretty legit.
I was talking about Friends, but that's okay.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway.
So we get in here,
Anyway.
right? And when you sit down, one of your little microphone stands was kind of not even. And it looks like it would be nearly impossible for it not to be completely
level.
All four little nubby legs on
legs,
the table.
Yeah, right? It only has three.
Right.
It only has three.
Oh, three?
Yeah.
Even so. But is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had I can't believe I have not told this story.
It was crooked. It was like, what the heck is
Yeah, it was
going
like
on here?
wobbly.
It was wobbly.
So we were dealing with the same issue. We bought 4 chairs. Like we sold a ton of furniture when we moved. So we used that money to fund buying anything new we needed in the house because Daddy ain't got no jizz.
Okay.
So we bought some 4 chairs at Pier 1. Found a great deal.
Okay.
They matched. It was perfect. So we had them deliver. No, but yeah, delivered to the store. Beth picked them up. Whatever, doesn't matter. Got them to the house. We had to put them together a little bit, like the base and the back, and then the 4 legs. So we put them all together, and there were 2 chairs that were crooked, like wobbly, And we're like, okay, can you unscrew the leg a little bit to come down, like on some chairs? Like, no. So we took them apart. We rearranged legs on the 2 different chairs, put them back. Still. I'm like, ugh! So we called Pier 1 and we explained the situation. Like, oh, well, hey, whatever. Come on, bring them all back. Get them.
Oh my God.
Swapped them out.
Okay.
Got new ones. Got them home. Put them together. Put them at the table. Crooked. We're like, you've got to be. The other 2 are perfect. Absolutely perfect. These other 2, rearrange them. Come to find out, it's the floor.
It was the I was going to ask, did you move the chairs in different places?
We have like the bamboo wood floor, and they're planks, and there are like 3 or 4 planks that are just must be uneven in those exact areas. Is the floor.
You returned the chairs.
Yep. And they were perfectly fine.
These
chairs.
are like dining room chairs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Legit ones. Like nice, like clothy. Very good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We laughed for probably 15 minutes.
Oh, I bet you did after you figured that out. The floor's crooked.
To be kidding me.
Wonder how many other people have brought those chairs back. Probably none.
Probably none ever.
None ever.
Pier 1 executives. We've had 2 defective chairs in Omaha. That's odd. Good job, guys. Only 2 defective chairs.
All the other chairs are just fine.
They're totally fine.
Crazy. So, also as we speak, update on the Area 51.
Oh, the rush?
Yeah. Today's the day, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because I saw where our buddy mentioned his name. This is not like the 3rd time we've mentioned his name on our show, I think. Will Sterrett. Yeah. He had marked himself safe from Area 51. From the raid.
God. Well, good. I'm glad Will's safe.
But apparently there's some people did show up, some people dressed as aliens, some alien hunters. They've got music going on. It was going on last night. But apparently it says here, music kicked off the weekend events inspired by See Them Aliens.
Okay.
According to their county sheriff, Carey. Carey said they'd drawn about 1,500 people to a couple of the small desert towns. Had a few people had actually made the rugged trip on the washboard dirt roads to get within selfie distance of the 2 gates to Area 51. Air Force has issued stern warnings for people not to try to enter the test and training range. They actually reinforced the troops because of the expectation that people would actually show up.
There are going to be some idiots that do something stupid.
They're allowed to go to the gate because it is public land, but they can't cross the boundary. And so as far as the latest report was a couple hours ago, there were no serious incidents in a couple of the towns that were closest to Area 51, which is on a road that is dubbed Extraterrestrial Highway, 2 hours from Vegas.
All they got to do is just tase one idiot, and they'll all turn around and run the other way. You have one. You nominate one D-bag to jump across that barrier. They get beanbag shot and tased. Done. Everybody turns around.
Done. They've actually got there are people there that are like scholars. There's a sociologist that's there who he's a researcher of pop culture and paranormal activity. That's an interesting combination. But he called it the perfect blend of interest in aliens and the supernatural, government conspiracies, and the desire to know what we don't know.
Okay.
And he said the result was hope and fear for events, including Area 51 base camp, where they had people were performing. People saw an opportunity with a captive audience because everybody's already gathered.
Make some
jump
money.
up and start performing. So anyway, there you have it. So
those opportunities pop up. Do your cash grab. Get it.
God.
I don't think of stuff that quick. I wish I could. And if I could, hindsight being what it is, I mean, we could sit back and make a ton of money on things, but I just couldn't.
No, I don't think about that either. But kind of funny that this thing people actually went. I'm waiting to see some more reports though, to see how many people actually. This is just one report from.
Have you ever seen a UFO at all that you think of? I want to.
They showed some video the other day that the government actually called it. There's another term for it besides unidentified flying object. There's another unidentified something phenomenon or something like that because they can't identify it. So a UFO, when I think UFO, I instantly think spaceship.
Yeah.
And it's actually it's unidentifiable. There's just something that's up there. They just don't know what that is that's flying around or that's moving. Maybe it's the sun causing it. Who knows? But no, I don't think
I
I've
haven't
ever.
either. I want to. We'll take those texts and those voicemail if you've ever seen a UFO. My ex-father-in-law, Mark, saw one when he was young, and he, legit.
Like
yeah.
scared him?
Mm-hmm. Freaked him out. It was, and I remember the story vaguely, but he hardly ever talked about it, and I got him to tell me the story once or twice. But yeah, he was very serious about it. He remembers looking at he was teens and looking at his living room window, and there was something hovering like above a pasture or a field, wherever they were. And
Yeah.
it was probably 100 or so yards out, and it just started coming right for the house. It was about 50, 60 feet off the ground and came up and it went up over the house and gone. And he ran to the back door to try to see it, and it was gone. He's like, he goes, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you what it was. He goes, I'm telling you what I saw. And it was didn't have wings. It was just a thing.
And it shouldn't have moved that fast.
Nope. Just gone. And then just gone. Yeah. And you could see forever. So he said he got to the back fast enough to where he could have seen something,
Right.
even if it was a half mile away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's
it's
crazy.
weird.
I like seeing those videos. The ones of, there were some great videos like in Phoenix. They're the lights
Phoenix has a ton of stuff.
over. Well, I know what they do. It's that whole desert thing. Because you think about, if you look at a map of Arizona, seriously, there's a lot of open spaces.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of areas to just like disappear in where
Gone.
good luck. Yeah, seriously. And honestly, it's that way, across that whole desert area into California as well. It's so much space, and you just think, what is all out there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe something draws them.
I
Maybe
love-
that's
and I
maybe
love-
that's why this is in Nevada.
Maybe.
Maybe the same reason, because there's just like 3 towns, and well, there's more than that, I know, but I
seems like
exaggerate.
it.
But seriously, there's just a handful of towns and areas where people drive, and the rest of it is just desolate.
But why is it always when somebody gets kidnapped, it's always kidnapped and butt diddled by a UFO?
Okay, that's-
why is it always a naked weirdo from like the middle of Arkansas where they pick them up? You don't want to like offer up our best. If somebody's coming down here to take some samples, it's like, hey, I don't know.
I know there some of the theories, some of the conspiracy theories that the Earth was populated by another species, so to speak, because they have the similarities. When you think about the pyramids, that's a great example, because you have pyramids in Egypt. You also have very similar looking pyramids in Central America and South America.
Right. Those people didn't talk to each other.
No. And some of them, I think there's some discrepancy as far as which one may be older. And it's incredible to think that they built the exact same thing,
There's no way.
right?
There's no way.
Without some intervention,
Right.
some direction
There's no.
that's telling them what to do. Because otherwise, would that be the go-to design if you're building a temple, is a pyramid?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah.
So we'll take those texts, emails. You can call us, leave us a voicemail, 402-403-9478, and talk about your UFO. If you've seen a UFO story, we'd love to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you haven't,
Absolutely.
maybe you need to get to Kugler Vision because maybe you're not seeing 2020. Tell them you want to go see UFOs. Fix my eyes, yo.
Yeah, right? Maybe the glasses are causing you problems. The peripheral vision's not what it should be.
Right. Or
So-
if you see too many UFOs, it could be cataracts. Get in there and get it checked out.
So you want to ditch the glasses, ditch the contacts. You want to find out what your options are. It's a great time to do so at kuglervision.com. Right now, get yourself on the list for a consultation, and you schedule it yourself. There's a scheduler online. You pick the day, you pick the time, and you go in. They run their battery of tests, which is like a spaceship in and of itself. As a matter of fact, when you walk in, it is just so futuristic, and it's top of the line. You go in and get all the tests done, and then they sit you down and they say, okay, this is what we discovered. Here's where your eyes are. These are your possibilities. Here are your options. For some people, it could be a same-day procedure.
That's right. And for some people that are smart enough to use the promo code PatentJT 2019, PatentJT 2019, $500 off your procedure.
There you go. So get your consultation and be sure to tell them that you heard about them on our podcast. And because you are listening to this podcast, we thank you for that. And they want to thank you as well by saving some money. Fantastic. So kuglervision.com.
Want to know about your UFOs? Slide into our DMs.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.